Good morning, all of you. Welcome back to Class 6 Maths. I am your maths teacher, Monisha Tuteja. Hope you're all having a good time at home, but please be very safe, okay? And just take care of yourself, follow all the instructions that we know how we need to be careful about COVID, right? You all know that. I know you're all very good children. Please be very good children. Please cooperate with your parents, with your elders at home. Whatever little help you can offer, please make sure you do that, okay? Because you are very good children. I know that, okay? Alright, so yesterday we had finished a chapter about the basic geometric ideas or the basic geometric concepts, right? So that chapter was basically telling us about the different kinds of like angles, first of all line segments, lines, rays, then angles, then triangles, then quadrilaterals, and finally the last topic that we did yesterday was circles, right? I even gave you homework. I hope you have all done your homework well, okay? Okay, so we are already done with that chapter. So we will now continue with revising the next chapter, that is understanding elementary shapes. Okay, so beta, this chapter, if you see in your class 6 book also, this chapter is actually very interesting. Why interesting? See, anyways, everything in maths is interesting. But why this chapter is particularly interesting? It is because it tells me how to use maths in my daily life. How am I able to use it in my everyday life? Some things which we observe around us, okay, that are related to maths, geometry especially, and how are they related? That is our topic for today. Okay, so we will quickly start with understanding elementary shapes. So the very first, the basic elementary shape is a line segment, right? The basic elementary shape is a line segment. We all know what is a line segment? Yes, it is the shortest distance between two given points, right? The shortest distance between two given points is a line segment, right? So, when I have a line segment, let's say I've got two line segments. Fine. Let's say I have got two line segments. How will I compare the two? That is my first topic. Okay, that is my first topic. So why do I need to compare? First of all, I need to compare because that is how I will get to know which is greater or which is longer or which is shorter, right? These could further help me in solving my problem, solving my question that I have. All right, so the first basic thing would be the comparison of the line segments. Okay, so how do we compare line segments? First example, let's say this is AB and this is CD. Alright, I have two line segments here, AB and CD. So the first way how I can compare them is by merely looking at them. Okay, by merely looking at them, by observing them, I can tell whether which line segment is greater, right? Can I do that here? Yes, of course I can do that here. I can clearly see that CD is a longer line segment as compared to AB. Right? I can see and tell. So, sometimes we can compare by merely looking at two line segments whether which one of them is greater or longer. Right? So, let's take another example. Now can you say which one is longer? Can you be sure about it? Which one is longer? No. When the line segments are, when they have little difference between them, then we cannot simply look at them and tell which one is greater, which one is longer, right? So then we need to find out some alternate method, right? So the alternate method which we use here would be, again we have two more methods. The first one would be, I'll take a paper and I'll put it on AB and I'll trace AB. Understand? I'll take a paper, I'll put it on AB and I'll trace AB. You all know how to trace? Yes, I know you all know that, because so many times when you have a difficult diagram to make, then you always trace it in your copy, and that is how you draw it in your copy, right? I know all of you do that. So tracing is something which you know, right? So I will take a paper and I'll trace AB on it. Now that paper I'll put on CD. So as I put it on CD, I can easily compare whether AB is going above, forward, or it is staying back, right? So let's say I'll put the paper such that A and C are on the same point, right? So here my A would also be there, right? So now when my B is coming here in that tracing paper, so I can clearly say that AB is a shorter line as compared to CD. Do you understand that? Okay. So that is one way of comparing two given line segments. Alright. So what have we learned so far? The first one we've learned is by merely looking at the line segments, and the second one is simply by tracing one line segment and placing it over the next one, so that we can compare the two line segments. But here there's a trick. You have to be very careful while tracing the line segment, because if your tracing is not accurate, your answer could be wrong also, right? So for precise comparison, we need to make sure that we accurately trace the line segment. Understand? So that will be another method, but of course, as I just mentioned, this method could have errors, right? It could have errors because when we are comparing, when we are tracing, we might end up making a little bit of mistake. So again, we need to have a short method of comparing the line segments, right? So the first one was by observing, right? Second one was by tracing, and the third one which we are doing now, that is by using a ruler or divider. By using a ruler or divider. How do we do that? I'll simply take the ruler. Suppose first I'll tell you how to do it with the help of a ruler, right? So I'll take the ruler, I'll put it on one line segment and I'll see what is its length. Then I'll remove the ruler from there. Then I'll put it on the second line segment, and again I will measure the length. Okay, right? So I'll check the first line segment, I'll check its length, then I'll check the second line segment and its length. Understand? So that is how I can compare the two line segments. Understand? Alright. So that is by ruler. Okay. How do we do it with the help of a divider? Do you know that? We simply, do you know what's a divider? You have a compass, right? Compass is one side empty and one side there is that sharp thing, right? But the divider is both sides that sharp thing. So let's say I have got two line segments, AB and CD. What do? I'll simply put my divider, the one leg of the divider I'll put on A and I'll open it till B. Okay, so now my divider is opened equal to the length AB, right? Now what I'll do, I'll put one leg of the divider at C, and then I'll compare whether the opened one, is it coming before D or is it coming after D. If it is coming before D, I can simply say that AB is shorter than CD, and if it is going beyond D, I will say that it is longer than CD. Understand? So this is again another method how we can compare the line segments, and mind it, this is the most precise method. Understand? This is the most precise method how we can compare the line segments. Understand? Alright. So we have compared the line segments using the three methods: observing, tracing, or using a ruler and a divider. Now please tell me, if you need to compare two line segments, what will you do? Which method will you use? Which method is the most suitable? It depends on the given line segments. If it is something I can simply see and tell, then I don't need to use a ruler or a divider, right? Suppose these are the two line segments. Do I need to use a ruler for that? I can clearly see that this one is a longer one, right? So that ways I will not be able to, I don't want to use them, right? I will only have to use them if it is something like this. I don't know. I cannot see and tell which one is longer, right? So that is how we compare line segments, by looking at them, that which method should we use, which method would be most suitable. Understand? Alright, next we come to our next topic, that is angles. Okay, what are angles? First of all, what are angles? Angles are something which we have learnt in our previous class also. But since we are revising the things, so we will quickly revise what are angles. Okay? See, when two line segments, I repeat myself, when two line segments are meeting at one point, they are meeting only at one point, then the area between them, the sector between them is known as an angle. Understand? Do you remember what was sector? You remember? I just told you yesterday what is a sector. It is a portion of the circle, isn't it? So, just look at here. Is it not the portion of a circle? You see, this could have been the full circle, right? And this is only one part of the circle. So, I can clearly see that this is a portion of the circle. That is why it is nothing but actually a sector. But the only difference is that we used to call the sector, है ना? Remember? So here this is my angle. It is the portion which is enclosed when two lines are meeting at only one point. Understand? And you know what these lines are called? These lines are called the arms of the angle. What are they called? They are called the arms of the angle. So let's say AOB. Suppose AOB is my angle. So what are the arms of the angle? The arms of the angle are OA and OB. I repeat myself. The arms of the angle are OA and OB. Got it? Alright. Now we next move to angles only. Actually, I am trying to explain angles to you so that now suppose let's say we have two line segments which are intersecting each other. Right? Are they still meeting at just one point? Yes. They are still meeting at just one point. So angles are getting formed, right? Let's name this point as O. This is AB and this is CD. Got it? So I have O, I have AB and I have CD. So now could you please tell me whether which all angles are formed? First of all, how many angles are formed? Then would you name them? Alright. So that is something which is very important. Beta, trust me. Sometimes children who are in class 9th or even 10th, they don't know how to name the angles. And imagine if you just don't know how to name the angles, how will you be able to solve the bigger problems, right? Those problems are there. How will you be able to solve them if you just don't know how to name the angles? So it is extremely important to know how to name the angles. Okay. So today we are learning that A, O, B and COD, they are the two line segments which are intersecting each other, right? They are meeting at one point. So can I see that this is one portion which is getting formed, one angle I should say, one angle between two arms, right? I will name it as 1. Right now I am naming it as 1, then we will write down its actual name, okay? Now see this one. Can you see this is also an angle getting formed? I'll name it as 2. Understand? Can you see this one is again an angle getting formed? I'll name it as 3. And finally, this is also an angle getting formed. I will name it as 4. Do you understand here? I am only naming them 1, 2, 3, 4 temporarily. They are not the names actually. I'll tell you how to make the names now. Alright? So let's now see that how many angles are getting formed. I see that 4 angles are getting formed. Right? 4 angles are getting formed. So 4 angles are formed. Now we will name them. Alright. What is the first angle? Angle 1. Angle 1. I will name angle 1. That is AOC. See how do I see? जिस पॉइंट पे एंगल बन रहा है ना, जिस पॉइंट पे दो लाइंस मीट कर रही हैं, वो हमेशा मिडल में आएगा. सो मिडल में क्या आएगा हमारा? O, है ना? मिडल में O आएगा. O से पहले क्या? A और O से बाद क्या? C. Can you see? This is AOC. AOC. Can you see that? So angle AOC is the name of the first angle. Understand? Angle AOC is the name of the first angle. Let's start with angle 2 now. Angle 2. Can you see angle 2? What is the midpoint? What is the middle point of the two lines where they are meeting? These are the two rays, the two arms of the angle. One arm is OC, one arm is OB. And they are both meeting at O. So O has to be in the middle, right? O has to be in the middle. What will be before O? It is C. And what will be after O? It is B. So angle COB, angle COB is my angle 2. The name for the angle 2. Understand? Now I will write angle 3. Okay? Angle 3. Now I will write angle 3. Angle 3 is this one. Can you see which is the midpoint? It is still O, right? So I will write O in the middle. Now what I need to write, now the B is coming before that. One arm is OB and another arm is OD. So I will write BOD. Angle BOD. Understand? but you have to be careful. That I'll just let you know in a minute. Okay, let's first name angle number 4 also. So angle number 4 is equal to this angle, right? Can you see the arms of the angle? One arm is OA and another arm is OD, right? So I'm starting from D, going to O and then going to A. So my angle will be angle DOA. Alright? Angle DOA. You got that? Alright. Now I'll tell you just one more thing. Angle 1 is AOC. Can I say angle 1 is COA? Yes, I can. So, but the middle part will not change. The middle alphabet will not change. First and third can be interchanged. So, I can write angle A as angle COA also. एंगल AOC तो लिख ही लिया मैंने, मैं उसको एंगल COA भी लिख सकती हूँ. एंगल 2 को क्या लिख सकते हैं? हमने क्या लिखा है? COB. हम इसको BOC भी लिख सकते हैं. I have just interchanged the first and the third alphabet, but the middle one cannot be changed. क्योंकि वही तो पॉइंट है जिस पे एंगल बन रहा है, हम उसको चेंज नहीं कर सकते हैं. फाइन. इट्स लाइक कि मेरे को स्कूल जाना है और फिर स्कूल से घर आना है, राइट? तो ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि मैं स्कूल से घर जाऊं और मेरे को स्कूल जाना है और स्कूल से घर वापस आना है, राइट? और ऐसा भी हो सकता है ना कि मैं घर से स्कूल जा रही हूँ और फिर स्कूल से वापस आ रही हूँ. तो बेसिकली वो रास्ता तो सेम होगा ना, चाहे मैं यहाँ से स्कूल जाऊँ चाहे मैं स्कूल से वापस आऊँ. इट्स द सेम रूट, राइट? So same way, angle BOC or angle COB, it's the same thing. Understand? Let's now do the third one. It's angle BOD. I can also name it as angle DOB. BOD can also be written as angle DOB because it will still be the same. Understand? And the fourth one is angle DOA. इसको मैं और क्या लिख सकती हूँ? Tell me. Angle AOD. Understand? It would be angle AOD. So this is how we name the angles. Okay, it's very important that we know how to name the angles. All right. So I am giving you little bit of homework today. Okay, because I want you to understand this concept very well. This is an extremely important concept which you must know. You have to know this. All right. So let's just quickly give you a homework. Okay, you have to name the angles in the name the angles in the given figures. Okay, so you have to name all the angles. I should say name all the angles. All right, name all the angles in the given figure. All right. Okay, so the first one is ABC. This is a triangle. So I am just giving you a hint. Okay, which all are the angles formed? This is one angle, this is the second angle, and this is the third angle. Right? You have to name them. First of all, right now you can do 1, 2, 3. Then you have to name them that angle 1 का क्या नाम है, angle 2 का क्या नाम है और angle 3 का क्या नाम है. Okay? Second one is I will draw a quadrilateral. Alright, I have drawn a quadrilateral. Again I have written the name A, B, C, D. Alright, This is a quadrilateral and you have to name all the angles. Now I'll just give you a small hint which all are the angles which are getting formed in this quadrilateral. There are 4 angles which are getting formed in this quadrilateral. Okay, let's name the I'm giving you a hint here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you will name them. You will write angle 1 is equal to this angle, angle 2 is equal to, then you have to write down the names of all the angles. Do you understand this? Okay, this is a quadrilateral. And the third one I have is a hexagon. Alright, the third one is a hexagon. Hexagon has how many angles? 6 angles, 6 sides and 6 angles. So A, B, C, D, E, F. This is my hexagon and you have to name all the angles present in this hexagon. I will quickly number them for you so that you know how many angles you have to name. Alright. So this is angle 1, B1 is angle 2, C is angle 3, D is angle 4, E is angle 5 and F is angle 6. Understand? So you can make a bit bigger diagram so that things are clear to you. Okay? You have to draw these 3 diagrams in your copy. You will write down this question, name all the angles in the given figure. Then you will draw the first figure. You will draw like this, a bigger figure, and then you will write angle 1 is equal to, then you name the angle, angle 2 is equal to, you name. So beta, I know this homework could be a bit difficult for you. I will give you the answers tomorrow. Don't worry about that. Okay. But what I want to tell you is that you have to be careful, especially I would say more attentive towards this. So this is something really important. Okay. So what you will do is you will draw these 3 figures, a bit bigger figures. I have limited space here, so I have drawn smaller figures. So you make a bit bigger figures, you number the angles, and then you have to name each angle. Okay. So beta, how will you do that? I'll give you a hint for this one because this is the most toughest now. Alright, so I'll give you a hint for this one. Let's say you have to name angle A, like angle 1. Okay. So it is formed on A, है ना? तो एंगल का निशान बना के मिडल में A लिख लो. ठीक है. फिर देख लो कि वो दोनों तरफ किससे कनेक्टेड है. एक तरफ वो B से कनेक्टेड है, एक तरफ वो F से कनेक्टेड है. तो एक तरफ B लिख दो, एक तरफ F लिख दो. आया समझ में? I think I have given you enough hint. इससे ज़्यादा hint नहीं दे सकती हूँ मैं. इससे ज़्यादा hint दे दूँगी फिर मैं ही question solve कर दूँगी. Right? So you will do this. I'll make a bigger figure for you. Okay? Alright? Okay, beta. So this is clear to you. So these are the 3 figures. You will draw them in your copy. You will name angles. First of all, you write A part. Then you draw this. You name all the angles. Then B part, you draw this. You name the angles. C part, you draw this. Then you name the angles. Tomorrow I will even give you the answers for that. Tomorrow is, yes, Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. I'll give you the answers for that. And Saturday we are going to have a doubt class. Okay. So you will meet me on Saturday. You will meet me and you will see what all problems are you facing. Are there any doubts which you want to clarify? So we are going to meet on the Zoom ID and we will solve your doubts. Okay, beta. So for tomorrow I've given you this for today I've given you this homework. Tomorrow I will give you the solutions for this also. Alright? Okay, so I think we have done enough for today, because if you do not do this, I don't want to move further. Alright? Because if I move further, It's like I am teaching you English and you do not know ABC. Is that possible? No. So how will you understand geometry if you don't know the basics of drawing an angle, right? Okay. So, alright. So I am ending my class today. Alright. All of you, please beta, take care. Be very safe. Okay. At your homes. Please make sure you do your homework, because tomorrow when we check the answers, I do not want कि तुम वहीं से copy कर लो answers. Right? You solve the answers, then tomorrow I'll give you the answers, and tomorrow we'll move further with our topic. Alright, all of you. So take care. Please be safe and take care. Bye.